shifting in her quilt, switching off the alarm that was ringing continuously. Sitting straight, looks outside the window. It is drizzling, petrichor filling her nostril, calming her mind and heart. She needs to live in a couple of hours for Abhi's place to know more about Vivek, to have an idea that how she has to deal with him. Stretching her body a little, she gets up from her bed, heading to bathroom to freshen up. By looking at the weather, she wears a hoodie after wearing her t-shirt and black trousers. Tying her shoulder length hair in a ponytail, she heads to the kitchen for breakfast, greeting her father in the way. Good morning, Papaji. A very good morning to you too, her father replied with a small smile. Heading somewhere? He asked after noticing her wearing shoes. Yep, got a case to work on, so I'll be going to a base place after breakfast. I'll be home by 11 at night. I guess, not sure. I'll call if it gets late. And if in case I don't answer your calls, I have shared Siddhant's and Abhi's number. Call them if you need. She replied while making breakfast for them. Just take care of yourself, okay? Rest is fine with me, he said with a little concerned tone, pouring tea in cups. Of course, Papaji, don't worry. Assuring her father, she serves them breakfast. Mahi, I'm leaving, Siddhant shouted from the living room while wearing his shoes to visit Abhi's place for further discussion of plan. Bhai, wait, I want to talk about something with you, Mahi requested, entering the living room. If you are again going to say about not involving Yashna in this, then I don't want to hear a word, Siddhant stated firmly, adamant with his decision. Mahi sighs frustratedly. She is not able to understand why her brother is so keen to involve Yashna in this case. Siddhant, comprehending her reaction, says, Listen to me carefully, Mahi. You tell me the real reason for not involving her or you back off. I can get any other lawyer for this case like I used to do before. Either way, I'm not changing my decision. You pleaded, that's why I've hired you in this case. Don't forget that. And when you work with me, be professional because I'm a senior right now, not your elder brother. So just tell me the real reason or keep your mouth shut. Closing the main door with a thud, he leaves the place. Mahi kept looking at the door and then put her phone against her ear. You heard him. He won't back off from his decision. Raising a sigh and rubs her temple. Yeah, I got it. The other person said frustratedly. Just leave it. Why are you so firm on making him angry? Let him do what he wants, she said while looking out of the window, sitting on the couch, crossing her legs. Have you forgot what she did with you, huh? And besides that, I don't even like her presence since the beginning. I just don't want her to be around us. It was all good without her anyways. Your brother and that Abhi, I don't know what they saw in her that they are so stubborn to include him. Annoyance was quite clear from the way it was said. Mahi closed her eyes, recalling the moment, making her disheartened. I do understand your point, Shally, but what can we do now? Even I don't feel comfortable with her, but this case is very important for them and they can't take a chance. So just let it be. Mahi tried to make her understand. Oh, fine. We'll talk later. Bye. Saying this, she cut the call. Mahi sighed heavily and looks at her phone screen blankly. Ringing the doorbell, he waits for it to open. When he heard the clicking sound, he was sure that he is going to rise his frustration in the next second. But seeing the person in front, he straightened up his posture, setting his hair. Clearing his throat with glee, he greets, Hey Yashna, good morning. Good morning, come inside. She replied with a small smile, getting aside for him to enter. you're quite early. I mean, it's still 9. You had a breakfast, right? He asked curiously. I'm a morning person. And don't worry, I did have my breakfast. I would have come a little later, but Abhay called me to come early. So, yeah, here I am, she said, chuckling a little at the end. Siddhant hums and nods, smiling a little. After a few minutes of silence, it started to get awkward. So he shouts Abhay's name, startling Yashna a little. Abhay, where the hell are you? Not getting any response for some time, he gazes at Yashna with a frown. Where is he? You could have asked me in the first place. There was no need of shouting. She said, with her corner of lip twitching up a little and a raised brow. A little embarrassment washed over him, which was quite visible to her as his cheeks turned a little pink. Shaking her head, she informs, he went to get something. I guess he'll be back in 5 minutes now. He nods and starts looking here and there, avoiding any eye contact with her. Would you like to have some coffee? I'm going to make for Abhay and myself, she asks while going towards kitchen. He instantly replies, yeah, sure. Should I help you to find out the things? It's not my first time here, you do know that, right? She said with a little raised voice from the kitchen. Oh, right. I forgot, I guess. He laughs a little. Sitting on sofa, he was cursing himself under his breath for being awkward in front of her. Siddhant, Siddhant! Siddhant flinches at his place, hearing the sudden shout. He looks up and found Abhay looking at him weirdly. From where the hell did you came from? And why are you yelling my name? He asked with the raised brows and wide eyes. I was ringing the doorbell continuously when you were engrossed in your dream world. Yashna opened the door for me, saying you'd like that, he said while taking his steps to the kitchen to keep the grocery. Listening again, he corrects his posture and clears his throat. Where did you go this early morning? Just went to buy some grocery and snacks. Files are in my room. Get them. Till the time I prepare some break snacks. By the way, did you like my surprise? He asked while wriggling his brows, stifling his laugh. Siddhant frowns but gets it in a second and mutters in embarrassment. Shut up. Abhay grins and Siddhant rolls his eyes and turns around to get the files. So tell me about this case first, she stated. Siddhant and Abhay glances at each other and nods with a serious look. Because this case is about drug dealing. This is not just a small racket of drug dealers. Involves people with high posts who are cunningly using their powers to export and import these drugs. And not only that, it is very difficult to trace them as they are using highly encrypted and sophisticated technologies which is changing their contact numbers and location within every second when they are delivering the parcels to their clients. Our hackers tried their best and we were very close to catch them, but we don't know how police officers got to know about the racket and attacked them thinking it's an open and shut case. This was their biggest mistake. It backfired. Many were injured as other party got alerted for the backup. Alert backup ended up a small blast in which they ran away. We have doubt that someone from a firm leaked the data to officers, Abhay said frustratingly at the end. They both sighed together and Siddhant clenched his jaws. Yashna looks at them with concern and nods a little. Why don't you guys try hacking again? She inquired. We can't. They got to know that someone hacked the system. Siddhant released a sigh. We are lucky enough that they didn't find out it was us. We used multiple IP addresses and all were fake. So yeah, we are safe now. So we have decided to do this mission physically as much as possible. We can't delay it more. How did you guys got to know about this fake then? As you said, they're very secretive about themselves. Yashna asked. We found a guy, basically a boy around 19-year-old, who was beaten up to death. He was not able to pay back the drugs as he was not from a wealthy background. They thought he died, so he was thrown in a lake. He told us about Vivek. He met Vivek in a club. He lured him to buy drugs and got him addicted to it. How is the boy now? We are getting him treated secretly and contacted his family too. They are under our protection till the end of this mission. Taking a deep breath, nodding her head, she looks down and sighs. Okay, now tell me about this Vivek. I need to know about him before taking any step. Abhay opens a file and gives it to Yashna. For outside world, he's a normal businessman. The business is all about antiques which gets imported and exported by him. But through those objects, he smuggled drugs around the world. Owner of many known clubs in Delhi and Bangalore, but highest in Delhi, as it is easier for him to get clients from here. He might look gentleman to some people, but behind that mask, he's a womanizer. He changes clothes like their clothes and needs to be changed every day. His real personality is not known to everyone, just some close ones who are related to dealings. He doesn't have a family. Born in an orphanage, he met his partners in crime there itself. Quite intelligent, as if we say, as he's very good at manipulating anyone. A strong-headed person can only handle him. He usually targets teenagers or early 20s. Of course, he would target them. This age group gets distracted easily and addicted very easily. Yashna said, scoffing. Does he have any weakness that I can take advantage of? Abhay looks reluctantly at Siddhant and then at Yashna. Women are his weakness. We are not sure as we just guessed it according to his behavior. And he's an alcoholic too. Every Saturday and Sunday he visits a particular club, satisfies himself with different strippers or any woman from his own. And what is it said? He had raped young girls too and threatened their families to not say a word about it. Siddhant clenched his fist saying this. Yashna closed her eyes and clenched her jaws hearing all this. This Sunday, that is after 3 days from today, we are going to Phantom Club. There you have to start your home. Try to get into a room, rest will see, Abhay said, and looks at Siddhant was lost in his thoughts. Right, Siddhant? Siddhant comes out of thoughts and looks at both of them. He gives a firm nod. Yashna sighs and says, I'm taking this file, text me the time I'll be there, and got up to wear her shoes. Yashna, wait a minute. Yashna halted at her place and looks at Siddhant with a question of his stare. It is, it will be better if you stay here with Abhay till the end of this mission, and if possible, bring your father as well for your safety reasons. She blinks her eyes and says, I'll tell my decision after reaching home. Need to discuss it with Papa first. Yeah, sure. See you later. Go safely and call Abhay after reaching home. She smiled and nodded both of them, greeting them good night. After a few minutes of silence, Abhay looks at Siddhant, who is still looking at door. Why are you so afraid of her? He asked him with a raised brow. No, I'm not. Siddhant snapped at him. Yeah, right. Then why did you told her to inform me when she reaches home? Because my phone battery is dead. Then charge it. I have a spare at home. I don't want to charge. He got interrupted by his phone ring. When he looks at the caller ID, it was Abhay's name on display. Siddhant gulps and cuts the call slowly and looks at Abhay with a side eye, who is currently smoking. Abhay coughs and mutters, such a coward, which Siddhant heard very clearly and cleared his throat. Abhay speaks, I'm ordering dinner for myself. Should I order for you too? He asked, opening the app to place his order. Nah, it's fine. I'm leaving anyways. He must be waiting for me. Fine, take care then. Text me when she reaches home, he said while avoiding his mischievous gaze. Why? As far as I remember, you don't have her number as. Why don't you call her by yourself? He said with a smug smile, hands crossed over his chest, leaning back on the couch. Just do as I say. I'm leaving. Bye. Siddhant dashed towards the door without giving him any chance to tease and ran out, closing the door with a thud. Abhay sat there dumbfounded of what he just did and scoffed. Idiot.